He won his $3,000 prize by asking the $1,000,000 question, are you smarter than one of these? Down the hall is where Governor Inslee is holding a Q&A for students and staff. It was supposed to start at 15 minutes, a few minutes late. It just got started about 5 minutes ago. He actually just walked right past me. Thanks so much, Ryan. Coming up next, find out where you can get paid to drink on campus. Now that took me almost 2 minutes and 20 seconds just to take the elevator, something that's supposed to be much faster than taking the stairs. The last time we covered this space on the corner of Olson and Kamiakin, the store was empty and the doors were locked. But this time, we get to go inside. I don't know why we're looking to restrict lawn watering because we're in Washington, we get water all the time. Let's look at our 5-day. Because of the owner's convictions, Adam Hart has been left permanently closed, leaving a hole in the local Pullman music scene. With wild salmon numbers on the decline for decades, the federal government is looking to restore habitats, reform hatcheries, and add minor tweaks to dams and other hydropower systems. Tomorrow and Wednesday, yes, Wednesday, we are getting just a tiny bit more snow. Now, the store is making music once again in the form of your favorite record. CJ Robert's most recent trivia theme was Lord of the Rings, where she asked questions like, what year did the first movie come out, and what is Gollum's real name? But the question we asked was, how are the people of Pullman responding to these new events? Do you know? The Kinesiology and Educational Psychology Department hosted its first monthly tea time. I like to call it a tea party.
How about you? Do you like ice skating? I like ice skating. I got taken on a date ice skating once, and a little embarrassing. I fell a lot of times, but it was fun.
However, a vegan lifestyle may leave certain necessary nutrients harder to incorporate into your diet.
To this year's 3-minute thesis, it's really gratifying to be back.
Every year, elite scholars from all areas of WSU come together to share about the research they've spent countless hours working on.
And because we can test more often, we can detect it.
It is not a fork, so it won't be confiscated.
Don't pay their executives more, they don't cash out.
But the catch, they have 3 minutes.
Trying to cram so much in that I was like, it's got to be airtight or it's going to run over 3 minutes.
This year's winner of the 3-minute thesis competition was
Benjamin Stewart.
Yeah, I'm kind of in shock right now. It feels great, I won't lie. It's nice validation, if I'm being honest. It's good to know that I can put together a talk I want to teach, and so it's good to know that at least I've got some of that skill set.
Benjamin's presentation included a fair amount of audience participation. He won his $3,000 prize by asking the $1,000,000 question, are you smarter than one of these?
Computational biology kind of gets the short stick of being like, even people in the field of biology kind of look at it as like, oh, we don't understand that stuff as well. And that's fair because it's kind of niche. So I was like, how do I get people to engage with it and have fun with it? And I was like, I love the kind of problem solving aspect of it and almost like gamifying it at times. And I was like, that's what my presentation should be.
The 8 other competitors talked about topics ranging from mathematical education, potato diseases, and even donuts, just to name a few.
I came into this with so few expectations. I was like, I don't know, I'm sure there's going to be so many great talks here, and there were. And so I had no expectation of even placing. I was like, I'll be happy if I'm even up there.
But now that he's won, the grind still doesn't stop. Benjamin said he's planning to put his cash prize toward traveling to more research conferences.
We'll see where I can squeeze it in. But with that much money, I feel like I've got to go somewhere exotic, right? Like Europe, Hawaii, I don't know. Super grateful to be here, super grateful for everyone that put it on, and yeah, very thankful for the opportunity.
For Murrow News 8 in Pullman, I'm Ivy Schank. You may look at this elevator and think that it's nice that students don't have to take the stairs if they don't want to. But for students with classes in the connected Murrow and Jackson halls, this elevator is an everyday inconvenience.
I don't like it. I don't like the elevator.
Noelle Anderson spends a lot of time in the Murrow and Jackson buildings, but on top of budgeting time to get from her house to the buildings, she also has to budget time just to take the elevator.
If I left my house at like 10:50 and had a class at 11 and I had to take this elevator, I wouldn't be. I'd probably be taking the stairs and panting as I got into my class.
All right, so I'm down here and I could wait for the elevator, but right now I'm going to see how long it takes to just take the stairs up from the ground floor to the 3rd floor. So let's I'll time it right here. Let's see how long it takes. All right, that took me 1 minute and 9 seconds. Now let's see how long it takes to get the elevator, I'm out of breath, get the elevator from, looks like the second floor up to here, and we'll take it down. See how long that takes. All right, now I've already been standing here for 1 minute and 20 seconds, and I started it just a little bit late too, honestly. And we'll see how long it actually takes to get from the third floor down to the ground floor. Alrighty, now that took me almost 2 minutes and 20 seconds just to take the elevator, something that's supposed to be much faster than taking the stairs, but it took over a minute longer.
Which doesn't seem like that long of a time, but that kind of is for an elevator.
Noelle said she even fears for her safety when taking the elevator.
Sketchy. It makes some noises that are questionable that genuinely can stop you in your tracks. Like, ooh, are we gonna be stuck on this elevator? And I've seen some movies, like it's scary. Like getting stuck in an elevator, it's just terrifying. Falling down an elevator, terrifying. Like imagine you had to like bust open the top and like crawl out of there. Couldn't be me.
But in contrast with the students' fears, Michelle Gates, who works in the business office of Jackson Hall, said the slowness of the elevator is because it's safe.
You say rickety and slow, I say safe and secure because it's hydraulic. So that's why it's so slow. It's one of the slowest elevators on campus because of that safety feature. If the cables snap while you're in it, you are not going to plummet to the ground. You're going to float gently to the floor and walk off the elevator rather than rather typical elevators where if the cord snap.
Michelle also said that there are plans in place to fix some parts of the elevator over the summer, like the slow-moving doors.
The doors are running a little bit slow because the doors are old. It's been here since the inception of the college, as far as I know. We are just as frustrated with that slowness as you guys are, and we are hoping that in August, when we get all those old parts renewed, that hopefully that will change some things.
In Pullman, I'm Schank, Murrow, News 8.